Welcome to our Soccer Down Here 1v1 series. And here's a guy that I really don't ever want to go 1v1 against for various reasons. I don't want to foul him because I know that if it's too close to goal, he's going to do something magical and hit it in from anywhere from 25 yards or in. I'm just going to let you do your thing. It's Mikey Ambrose. Mikey, thanks for hanging out with us for a Soccer Down Here 1v1 for a very special reason.
Of course, and thank you for having me, John. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to be here.
All right, so every single year there is a Thanksgiving camp that you put together, and it's a really cool thing to help out the next generations of soccer. Is it safe to say that the 2022 version is Mikey Ambrose and Friends?
Yeah, so this is our fourth annual Thanksgiving camp, and this year we're doing it really special. We got myself, we got Michael Parkhurst, we got Kevin Kratz, we got Greg Garza, and we got Alec Khan. We got a nice lineup for everybody, all from the original team and from the 2018 championship team. So it's going to be a really fun one. Got some really cool guests to coach, and we might have some special guests pop in there. So it should be a lot of fun.
And it is headlined by TOCA Soccer. It's the Come Train With Me Thanksgiving Camp from November 21 through 23. It's ages 7 through 14, a couple of different locations, 9 a.m. to noon, so you got to get up early. Franklin Gateway, Monday, November the 21st. Silverbacks Park on the 22nd. Sutton Middle School on the 23rd. And I wanted to ask you this question off the top. Now that TOCA Soccer is the headliner here, break into what TOCA Soccer does, how their approach is different, and how you gravitated toward them as one of the folks that's close to you when it comes to training the next generation.
Yeah, so I've been involved with TOCA now for a few years, and we've had a very good partnership. And I just really enjoy their training methodology and their facilities and the technology that goes into it and all of that fun stuff. So how they do it is you go to an indoor studio. You're with a one-on-one coach for the most part. You can do group sessions as well, but they have these different machines that shoot the balls at you, and the balls are a little bit smaller, so it's very focused on your technical ability and your technical skills. So they shoot the balls at you. You can do different programs that coach runs, and there's 4 goals set up around the studio, and they light up different colors. Different, you can do different turning drills, different passing drills, all this fun stuff, and it keeps score on a TV screen in front of you. So it's very interactive. It's a lot of fun, and just the technology is great, and it's just a different level of training that I really enjoy, and I think it's very beneficial for kids.
It's patented technology with touch trainer and smart targets that are a part of this. It gives well-rounded players quality reps and game-like simulations, and I can definitely understand why folks would gravitate toward that. When it comes to Mikey Ambrose and Friends, I know that it's really important for you and everyone that you know in your sphere to give back, and especially here in this footprint here in the Southeast. When you have these clinics and these get-togethers, what's it like for you specifically to go out there and be able to share all of your lessons, not just on the pitch but off? But what's it like to share in that kind of an environment for you?
Yeah, no, I really enjoy working with kids, and I spend a good amount of time that I have focusing on kids, working with them, just trying to improve their skills, trying to improve their overall tactical abilities, whatever I can give to them to help them better their playing careers. I really enjoy that, and I think it's very important for players to get involved and share some of their knowledge and some of their experience that they've learned. And I really enjoy working with kids, and these camps are a good way um, for us to get together as a group of professionals and really try to instill some knowledge into them, but also for the kids to have a good time as well. And it's going to be fun to see my old friends. We haven't been together in a while, so all around it's going to be a lot of fun. And we thought of doing it at 3 different. This is the first time we do 3 different locations. We usually just do one location, but I thought it was good to do it in different parts of the city just so it's easier for people to get to. They have options of which location they want to do. And if you want to do more than one location, you can. You can do 1, 2, or 3 days if you want. I have a few kids that have already signed up for 3 days, so they're fully in it, fully excited. So it should be a lot of fun.
It's $150 a day. That's the cost per day. It's Franklin Gateway, Silverbacks Park, Sutton Middle School, Monday, November 21st, Tuesday, November 22nd, Wednesday, November 23rd. When you reached out to Michael Parkhurst and Greg Garza, who do fantastic stuff with Beyond Goals Mentoring, and we catch up with them on a weekly basis when there's no international break. You get Kevin Kratz and Alec Can. It's like you're looking at a lot of different ways of going about things. And I think that's really cool that well-roundedness is there for this group, where you mentioned it ahead of time, where it's you with your defense and your skills that can be pretty much placed anywhere on the pitch, your versatility and your skill set. You've got Michael Parkhurst and Greg with their leadership and their positioning on the pitch. You've got Kevin with his set pieces and Alec in the keeping. And I want to see some 1v1 action with Kevin and Alec when it comes to set pieces and free kicks and trying to defend that stuff. I think it's a great cross section. What were these conversations like in the first place to sit there and go, okay, hey guys, let's do all of this together? How much thought went into this from your perspective about who to bring in and be important for that next generation?
Yeah, so 4 years ago, when I first put the Thanksgiving camp together, I brought in, it was me, Parky, Kev, Alec, and Jeff Lorenowitz. And that was the original group for the Thanksgiving camp. And I thought it was great. We hit a lot of different experience levels with that camp from the coaches, different positions on the field. And I thought it ran really well. For this year, we wanted to bring Greg in, a little bit different experience. He's played around the world a little bit. But I think this group gives a good variety of positions, as well as experience, as well as worldly soccer knowledge. And plus, there are a couple of my friends that I want to hang out with and catch up with. So I think overall, it's a very good group, and very excited about it.
When you piece all of this stuff together, I know that it's not something that just happens at the snap of a finger. When it comes to the organization for all of this, how far back do you have to plan to make sure that something like this goes off as well as it can without a hitch? I mean, because like I said, it's planning, and it's a lot of planning. And I think a lot of folks may not necessarily understand that there's a lot of planning that goes into this as well.
Yeah, for sure. At least 4 months in advance is usually how you plan it. You got to get the guys to travel here, of course, the coaches. Alec is obviously playing in Cincinnati. Parky, where does he live now? I think he lives back in Ohio. So you got to plan for them to come down, but also to get word out to the kids because a lot of people plan their Thanksgiving plans pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, overall, it takes about 4 months to plan it, but thankfully, TOCA's done a great job of getting the fields sorted out, getting the website up and running, and it's just been a good collaboration from us guys and with TOCA, and yeah. But overall, it takes about 4 months of work.
Mikey Ambrose with the Thanksgiving camp coming up in November. TOCA Soccer's Come Train with Me with Mikey Ambrose, Michael Parkhurst, Greg Garza, Kevin Kratz, and Alec Can. 3 days in November, 3 separate sites here in the Atlanta area. Catching up with him for a Soccer Down Here 1v1 to kind of look at that. And questions at the end that are not clinic based and not soccer based, but I know that folks want to ask. When it comes to the growth of this camp and this idea from its genesis, what's it been like for you to see it grow to where it is right now, to where you are doing 3 separate days and you are benefiting all of these next generations of athletes? What's it been like for you to see it grow to this point?
Yeah, no, it's awesome, and it really makes all the work worth it that we put in the first year, and the second year and the third year. This year, it's been a little bit easier because thankfully we have a bigger base now of kids that have been coming year after year. That's also really cool to see that these kids are having a great time, so they're coming year after year. I think we have a decent amount that have come every year, which is really cool. So it's cool to see the kids growing up, getting better, and also enjoying the camp so much that they want to come back year after year. But yeah, it's been really cool to see 4 years now doing really well and growing, and now we can do 3 different locations, so we can hit different parts of the city, hit different kids that maybe we didn't that weren't able to get involved because it was too far of a drive before. So yeah, no, it's been really cool, and it's a fun little side thing to work on when I'm not training and playing. But yeah, it's been fun to see it grow.
When you look back at everything that you've been able to accomplish as a footballer, when you think about all of this, would you have imagined that someone who grew up enjoying the sport from El Paso, Texas, would be able to have this kind of import with all these many athletes and prospective soccer players? Would you have ever imagined that someone from El Paso, Texas, could do all this good?
I couldn't even imagine at that time someone from El Paso leaving El Paso. So no, it's been a crazy journey, and I'm very grateful for everything I've been blessed with so far. And it's I haven't really thought about that in a while, but wow, coming from El Paso, yeah, it's really cool to be able to first have a professional soccer career. Very grateful for that, for the 8 year career that I've had, and to be able to help kids and give back to them and share my experience with them, so hopefully they can accomplish their dreams. Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm very grateful.
And the one question I know that a lot of folks who follow Atlanta United and follow you have wanted to ask is how are you and the boss doing with the new addition? Noah, I think, is close to 5 weeks. Is that right?
Yes, he's 5 weeks today, actually. Yep. Um, yeah, it's amazing. It's the best time of my life. Uh, I I'm so happy. It's honest. It's when people tell you your life changes, you don't even know what that means until you go through it. But my life has totally changed. I've never felt the love, the instant love that I feel with this little dude. Um, but I always say that it's actually been pretty easy because he's a good kid. But every time I say that, the boss will pinch me or poke me, be like, "Yeah, maybe it's easy for you, but she's over here waking up every 2 hours to feed him." So, um, but no, it's been amazing for both of us, and we're so happy. And I've actually never seen my wife Pamela. I've never seen her so happy in her life. So it's amazing.
So, are we looking at a future? Are we looking at a future center back? Are we looking at a future winger in Noah? Is Noah going to be a 10? What are we looking at here?
Well, I'm definitely putting him as a striker to start with.
Okay.
I think you got to start as far up the field as you can, and then if the skills aren't quite there, then he starts moving back towards center back. But he's actually surprisingly he's pretty tall for his age. They say.
Okay.
So hopefully he outgrows me by far, but then maybe he can move his way as a center forward.
I
Hope
was going to say you get him to hang out with Lorenowitz if he keeps growing.
exactly. There you go. But definitely starting as a 9 to start with, but we'll see.
Okay. One more time for those that want to come hang out with Mikey Ambrose and friends in November 21, 22, and 23. How do they do it?
So the easiest way is to go to my Instagram, Mikey Ambrose 5. The link is right there in my bio. You can click that link to sign up for the camps, for the 3 separate clinics, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Or if you want to send me a message on Instagram with any questions you might have, feel free to do that. I'll respond as quick as I can. And yeah, come out, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have some very special guests there, and we'll get if anything, get a little exercise before you enjoy your turkey on Thursday.
No doubt about it. Get the exercise before the L-tryptophan. Mikey, as always, great to catch up with you, my friend. Congratulations on a lot of different things. We are looking forward to the Thanksgiving camp with you and all the friends with TOCA Soccer. Come train with me, Mikey Ambrose. Mikey, thanks for hanging out with us for a 1v1, dropping all the details. I know your schedule's busier than busy right now on a bunch of different fronts. Thanks for hanging out with us here at SDH.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.